Hi, I'm Jordan Hamer, and I'll be pitching Treasure of Illusion Cove. It's an illusion-based 2D top-down puzzle game full of tricks that test your perception as you journey through the lair of an undead captain. It started out as a simpler concept, but the basic rules are that the player has to traverse their way through levels filled with different traps, each with different mechanics, to find a key and proceed further into the cove. While all the images I'm going to be using here are 2D, the final game will likely have 3D graphics to help set it apart from its predecessors. For their basic actions, the player can move to affect things with their weight. They can cut vines and move blocks and pass through illusions and collect keys. They'll be pushed back on their journey by the captain's traps, most of which are based on perception as well, rather than fighting enemies, and just take a keen eye to get past. An active danger that comes up further from these is traps like hazard floors that more directly damage the player if touched. If their health hits 0, the level resets. The end goal is to complete all the levels in the cove using all the mechanics you've learned along the way, and confront the ghost of the captain who controls them. There will be 4 to 5 sections of the cove, each with a unique mechanic made by each member of the capstone team. I think that making 4 levels per team member is a reasonable scope, making the game low risk, as the mechanics build on each other without getting complicated and can be easily made into prefabs. This would leave the game with a total of 16 to 20 levels, depending on how big the team is. Back to the vine cutting mechanic for a moment. It wouldn't only be used as a straightforward if you see vines, cut them idea. The player can use them for other things if left uncut, like an alternate route to cross a gap, and other team members might incorporate them into their level designs differently, since each team member would bring unique things to the group. In addition to team members putting a spin on existing mechanics, like the vines, there will be new specific mechanics per section, like I said earlier. One such mechanic is the illusion crystals, which must be interacted with to reveal a secret entrance that wasn't available originally. Another such mechanic is blocks that change tangibility, going from solid to spectral 10 seconds after being pushed, meaning that the player must time their actions in order to solve the puzzle. The game is mostly inspired by Fairy Caves 2: Fiora's Quest, a simple 2000s Flash game on Neopets. It was never even finished, but it had promise, and it was the source of my idea on how the game's puzzles will work. A big difference to help push this game above its inspiration, however, is that Fiora's Quest was very straightforward with its solutions, using a torch that's in an obvious spot to light TNT that's always clearly there, and its perspective was unrealistic and inconsistent, with certain objects being affected by top-to-bottom gravity, the white spheres and blue balloons in this image, while the player's own movements were not. This game will have more realism with how its objects move, with everything having the same perspective in regards to the player, and will be more based on perception, rather requiring the player to really examine things and think about how the different mechanics interact with each other, hopefully making a challenging and rewarding puzzle experience. And with that, I hope Treasure of Illusion Cove seems worthwhile. Thank you for watching.